We all dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the summit. The playoffs have now begun. It's DK versus Fnatic, best of 3. Following that match, we will have Navi versus Vici Gaming, best of 3, and then we have our lower bracket matches beginning tomorrow. Of course, I'm LD. I'm joined here by Dendy and Kroki. Guys, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
You couldn't really go anywhere, so. So it's going to be DK versus Fnatic coming up. Kuro, do you see DK as heavy favorites in this match? They finished first by 1 game. Do you think it's going to be close? Last time they played, they lost to the Excalibur Tinker.
Well, the last time they played, I think it was the first time DK has ever played Fnatic. And generally, Chinese teams have hard time against Fnatic, because Fnatic is just, they don't know much about them, to be honest. And Fnatic have this random strength of coming here and either playing so good that they beat any team, or like, you know, shaking more or less against other teams. So I think this matchup has no real favorite. I'd favor DK by a little bit, but it's best of 3 and we don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's kind of the cool thing, is we get best of 3, so you get to study your opponents, learn them a bit. Dendy, do you have a favorite in this match, or do you think it's gonna be close?
Yeah, it's gonna be close.
Okay. Any reason why?
Excalibur, EGOT.
EGOT?
Yeah, he's.
Do you think he's deserving of the God title?
Oh, of course. He's beating Eternal Envy in his title already. Like, easy.
No, he's a Sama. He's in a special category. I believe is the draft underway yet, right? All right. Well, game 1's begun, guys. It's DK versus Fnatic. Game 1 of a best of 3. Let's get into it. Winner of this match this best of 3 will, of course, be in the winner bracket final, so guaranteed top 3. So pretty big match in that regard. And well, with that being said, guys, draft is underway. What jumps out at you here? Anything interesting so far?
Well, generally in the drafting stage, you just have to wait how the teams pick out. You can't really predict too much. We see the usual Wisp ban against Fnatic. Most teams prefer to ban Wisp against Fnatic. They pretty much play the best Wisp in the world, I believe. And Tinker's the up-and-coming hero, especially for this tournament. We've seen Tinker winning games left and right, or being just preferred hero to have. And Fnatic bans Lycan. Lycan is the same in this patch. Like, he's so strong. People just fear him. Batrider, same story. And Anxious, I think, like, we've seen Fnatic play Chen quite a bit, but I think they start believing more in Enchantress now, because Ench seems much stronger than Chen. Because Ench and Chen, they have to do the same job in this meta game. Like, usually Chen has a lot of options. Like, either you play all Inish with Chen and you just push all the way, or you try to support lanes. And Ench has this ability to support the lanes much better than Chen. You can take 2 creeps on level 1, already start ganking around, you can roam, take control of the map. Chen can't really do that, he's slow, like, he farms up, he's gonna get his mech at some point and you're gonna have this team fight strength. But Ench has more flexibility and is more mobile than that. Other than that, we see heroes that are picked like all over the place, like Podem, Doom, Tidehunter, they're just good heroes right now. This clashy meta, it's like, people like this.
Like the fight right now.
Like the fight, and they like to have the strength in team fights. You see strong team fight heroes like Tidehunter coming again. Kunkka, we've seen Kunkka. Doom is the same, he shuts down 1 hero right away, he's tanky.
I think Fnatic have an upper hand right now. They have God Girl and Watermelon, so obviously we're gonna win.
Is that what we're calling them now?
This is how we make strategies in Navi.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Tell me more.
I don't know. You need to pick some YOLO hero, because was gonna go YOLO anyway, whatever hero you give to him and feed. And what other strategies do we got, Kuro?
Fuck that. Anyway. I think it's interesting to see Syllabear ban. We saw them pick Syllabear against EG, but it didn't really work out. It wasn't because of Syllabear itself, but I'm not too sure why they banned Syllabear. Because I think you don't need to be afraid of this hero for now. We haven't really seen any team exploit him too much.
The one thing that Fnatic has done a few times, they did it in the Game 5 versus Mouse to get here in the qualifying tournament, and they also tried to do it the other day. Sometimes they like to go very heavy push lineups, like 3-4 heroes that can just look to win the game at like 25, 30 minutes. So
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes they like to surprise their opponent and play one all-in strat.
they did I think they did Excalibur went Lone Druid, and he did like a early Vlad's.
Yeah, he
They
went.
were running Pugna.
Yeah, he had only Vlads that game. I think face boots, Vlads, these items. It didn't work out. I think because of the Juggernaut pick, but that's another game.
Because I mean, there's other heroes in the pool, right? Like DK, who kind of can help feel the push, be tanky, but also can do more. They can gank, they
Yeah.
can scale with items. They're just more. It seems like the more versatile heroes are generally
DK is
preferred
definitely
right now.
more flexible. So for now, it's just the usual Kunkka ban. Kunkka's also. I think Kunkka's. We're gonna see more of him in the future, more and more until the international. He's gonna be one of the best picks, maybe.
I'm actually surprised he keeps on getting buffed. Like I feel like Kunkka is already very strong. And
Yeah,
every
he's-
patch he gets a new improvement.
He's actually really, really strong. He's just been a little bit underestimated, but now he's coming in. And like we said, there's the team fight. Like it's so important to have heroes that are strong in team fight. It used to be more important to have heroes who dominate the lane and then use snowball, but you can't really do that anymore because even if you snowball, you will not get enough out of it to withstand a real team fight. When the first real team fight happens, from that position you will see which team has the upper hand throughout the game. And Kunkka's like he's gonna dominate the team fight. Tidehunter, we see first pick by Fnatic. They want security in any kind of team fight situation.
Any overall thoughts on like the way the draft's developing here? It's pretty slow so far.
Well, in all honesty, this right now you can't read too much
Yeah.
into it. It's just the way drafting is. Drafting
Need to get a
changes
few more
every
picks,
game.
yeah.
Every team changes their ideas. It all takes one click to change their idea, and you can talk a lot of stuff about it, whatever. but-
Theorycraft.
Yeah, theory craft, but it doesn't really matter because their true idea you will never really understand it until you see the full draft. And you can, the patterns start closing in, and you see what's gonna happen, and then you see the way they execute the draft. But usually, the way the drafts go for both teams or for all teams is you pick heroes you prefer to play, and you pick heroes you think that are good against your opponent, or you pick heroes that you want to steal away from your opponent because you think they play it good. It's a combination of these three things. Or you play one crazy strat. That's another thing.
So we'll see the offlane Tide. I guess the dual roamers, potentially Rubik and Chatris from Fnatic.
Yeah, we've seen Fnatic run support Tide one game before, but I think they stopped believing in it because support Tide is not that good. He's gonna lack levels. And Kraken Shell is one of the best spells right now. He's so tanky, it's so hard to deal with him. So it's better to put him off lane. You can even put him solo mid. We've seen EG put him on carry, but it's not really needed on carry, I believe. You just
Okay.
put him on off lane, he can chill there. Get this. The skill with this, you get 2 levels Kraken Shell, 1 level Anchor Smash, and it's so hard to do anything. You pull him some tangos, or he just buys like 6 to 9 tangos, and he's just gonna stay there. You're gonna eat some hits from the support hero, but it doesn't really matter. You'll just stay there, get levels. Once he has level 6, he has the timing of Ravage, so all teams have to fear the idea of if they want to dive any tower, Tide might TP in or be already there and just turn the whole team fight around.
DK have a pretty good answer for Tide in Doom. It used to be that Kraken Shell would remove Doom way back in the day, but
That
it's
was a
not
long
the case
time ago.
anymore.
Doom is one of the better heroes against
Ooh.
Tide, that's true.
Ursa.
That's interesting. Well, Ursa doesn't really care about Enchantress passive, so he can smack Enchantress down right away. And the other idea, I believe, is once they doom, either like they doom Tidehunter or Ursa goes in with BKB and just kill him. What is Tide gonna do? Unless some guys have force stuff and can pull him out, or he has a Ghost Scepter, he can kind of like bait Ursa or kite him, but usually the idea against Tide is you get a hero, either you get Doom, but the idea of Doom is you shut down any hero you want anyway, or you get a hero who gets BKB and just starts smacking him. SF is the other hero which I think is really good besides Ursa. SF is the more conservative pick too. It's like once SF gets BKB, he's just gonna go in, start hitting the Tide, he's gonna go down, and he has to waste the Ravage or like run out of the team fight. He's gonna lose his whole timing for the team fight, and you can pretty much win the team fight even if Ravage flies out at the end of the team fight. Doesn't matter then. But PA pick.
I don't think it's Excalibur hero.
PA?
How do you think
Yeah.
they're gonna lane it?
I don't know. They maybe still gonna pick something else for Steven and have his Honey playing PA or something like that.
Yeah, I think they might put solo mid PA because they have Ent Rubik. It's very easy to gank for him. He has his long range slow, and then he can instantly connect onto the hero with Blink Strike. So that might be it, but they will adapt either way on the picks. So right now they're leaving it open for themselves.
Do you guys think do you think Phantom Assassin is a good pick right now? Have you seen it all in scrims or pro? I've not seen this hero since Alliance last ran it, like Wisp PA, which has been a long time.
I see it as very situational hero. I don't really like it that much. Like, I don't know. In late game, if you go very late, like it's still not the best hero or something. You get one hex, you die.
I agree.
Speaking of which, they'll pick Lion here, so they get the hex.
We also have Doom, which turns off everything.
It turns off the evasion as well, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I agree that PA is situational, but it's like it can be very good or very bad. We've seen C9 using it, and I like the way they use it to put him solo mid. I think that's the way to play PA.
Do you just use the dagger to farm?
Yeah, to farm, and you be like one backup carry. You're good enough on lane. Like nobody can really crash PA. He's just gonna stay there and get 2 creeps out of 4 creeps with the cooldown, no matter what.
And she actually uses levels quite well. I mean, evasion you can get 1 point, it's pretty good value, but you want to max both of the nukes and ideally get your level 2 crit as soon as possible.
Yeah.
PA got another buff in this version, right?
Yes, the blink
So
strike
attack
is
speed.
130 now instead of 100 attack speed bonus, and well, makes the hero even better. He was already good before, and now you can. I think now you can actually use him more and more. Depends on the strategies you have.
A lot of the time when we see PAs with like it used to be with Magnus, so she can farm faster, doesn't need to go for... what do you even build nowadays? Just phase drums, you think? Or
I think nowadays it's phase drums is outdated. I wouldn't do it because when you go phase drums, you lose your timing for Battle Fury. You want your Battle Fury as soon as possible.
Okay,
Without
so
Battle Fury, PA will fall off in the game very quickly. You will stop farming, and Battle Fury gives very good stats for it. She
and
needs
assuming they're not going something like Magnus.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's Excalibur hero.
Okay. So solo mid PA, do you think? Or
Yeah, well, that's pretty obvious right now. Maybe we put Luna mid, but I still think it's easy lane Luna. So I think really Fnatic a favorable lineup. I see this watermelon rolling in and then BAM! Smash! We're all dead!
so you like Fnatic's draft?
No,
No. Why not?
I don't know.
Well,
Don't listen to me.
both lineups are pretty good. The thing is, DK picks in a way that you always think, what are they doing? They pick against DK, against EG, they picked like 5 int heroes, first pick Silencer. And then they pick Enigma after the Rubik, and you're like, what the hell? And then pick Queen of Pain, which is one of, well, he's not one of the better heroes right now, but it still worked.
Like you said, it's like they pick what they like.
They pick
And Mushi likes going quad mid and just taking over a game in a 1v1.
It's a combination of ideas. The one reason they pick Silencer is that they pick Naga Siren, and Silencer is the direct counter to Naga Siren. You can act right after the sleep, and the other thing is when you have Aghanims and the curse gets put on, it's quite annoying for Naga Siren to lose all this mana every time. It's very strong.
They had really perfect picks. They had a lot of, like, tons of pick. I think they even wanted them to pick Naga Siren. They had Lion Mana Burn with this 5-second cooldown, and you can get all illusions down that are super fat, doesn't matter in late game. They have, like, this Silencer 2 globals. They don't care about sleep, they don't care about anything. They're gonna go BKBs anyway. They have, like, Batrider to control this shit, and like their picks were much better, and Co-op should have dominated even more, I think, on mid lane, but Mushi decided to go for Scream of Pain, like
Instead of the 4 points in Shadow Strike.
I would go 2 points on Shadow Strike for sure, I think, and it would probably work better. I mean, maybe he afraid that Naga would dodge with like illusions or whatever, but you can like hold it, and then suddenly drop it, and it might work. I don't know.
Do you think because the Queen of Pain Shadow Strike got improved in the latest patch, have you played her much since then? Does it make a big difference, or?
I think it's pretty huge buff, 25 range for Shadow Strike. That's pretty huge. But it's huge buff against range heroes probably, because against melee it's probably the same thing. But he could, like, you don't need Scream of Pain level 2 to clean illusions of Naga Siren early on. So basically it was like some kind of safe way of play with Co-op. So I don't know.
Okay.
But still, it's a very good pick against Naga Siren also, because he will go like his Maelstrom build in the end. So I don't know. It's like Naga Siren took all the farm on entire map, and then in the end she got like four hero counter here in the game. So, what's the plan?
Yeah, they had the silencer. I believe they had, what was it, Doom as well?
Oh, Batrider,
Bat Rider,
silencer.
sorry, that's right.
Yeah, Lions.
Yeah, they had like a, basically Naga was the most farmed hero, and then there was even Enigma as well. So they had 4 heroes in the top 5 in terms of net worth. Brian, can we actually see the in-game? Brian? Oh, there we go. So looking at the 2 drafts so far, do you guys have a favorite as far as the laning stage? How do you think the teams are going to match up?
It's all gonna depend the way they execute their ideas. I mean, it starts with Enchantress getting 1 creep. What creep is that gonna be? There's a huge difference if you find 2 Centaur camps, 2 Urza camps, or 1 Harpy camp. 1 Harpy camp can already win you 1 single lane instantly. Because that's what what Dota is about. Just it's a little bit RNG sometimes, but it's how Ench works. So, I mean, let's say Ench gets 1 Harpy creep and starts sending it mid. And, you know, there's PA and there's gonna be Ursa. This Ursa is gonna have a really hard time, actually. If that won't be the case, Ursa will just stay fine. He will just keep farming, he will keep doing his earth shocks. But either way, he has to care, because there's gonna be Rubik Ants roaming around trying to kill him. It's kind of easy with the PA slow. They can always connect onto the Ursa. Then you have Doom offlane. You see he has boots. It's the usual Chinese playstyle of Doom. Nowadays they get boots, and then they just see how it goes. If they go bottom, they see if they can stay there. If they can, they just go to woods right away, get some creep, and try to support the mid lane a little bit. And at the same time, we don't know what the idea of Ice Doom is. Like, maybe he just wants to stay there and bait the Enchantress out and eat the creep, but it won't be enough, I think, if that's the idea. Because he knows Ench can come with 2 creeps, and Luna's also there. Luna already makes all your heroes very strong with right clicks. Doom is a very low armor hero. We already see some shenanigans by Fly.
Yeah, just simple harassment there on MMY, and so it will be the offlane Doom. Going mid, we're gonna have a Panda, looks like. So Panda versus PA, creep block, pretty even so far.
Panda went mid. I rarely see Burning playing mid. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
actually that is very unusual. I've seen him, he went mid at MLG when they were playing against Cloud9. It was the Lone Druid versus...
That was the last time I saw it, I think.
Yeah, I think it was Lone Druid versus OD. They needed the good matchup.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Ice in trouble. This could be our first blood, and indeed it is. Well, Kuro, you called it. Yeah, it's not enough. They didn't even need the Ench.
Didn't even need the Ench, because the illusion runes were there, and I mean the illusions were there, and they do quite a bit of damage with the Luna aura as well.
So he's coming right back to bottom.
Yeah, like he knows he pretty much made a mistake. He knows it was a misplay. It wasn't the lane itself. He can stay bottom. All he has to do is take it easy, relax a little bit. He just overstepped a little bit, so that's why he goes back. Doesn't even want to go to jungle.
So mana burn level, or mana drain, I should say, level 1, just to get rid of all that anchor smash mana, I guess, from Lanham.
The thing is,
sorry, MMY.
It's a cool idea, but I think on level 2 you still want both stunts, because there's killing potential with Urza. Urza's probably the best hero to take care of Tide. Urza and Razor against Tide. I think these 2 heroes are the best. Maybe Gyrocopter as well, but it's
oh my god, small gank on Kentaur.
They got it. It's not going anywhere. That was pretty unfortunate. Right as they smoke, he walks by and the Wild King got revealed, and he immediately pinged it out.
Yeah.
So
no, it wasn't unfortunate. Ice always does it. He's
crazy.
No tail will find a haste rune here, looking for Ice, and we get tossed back. That very low 0 armor. He's already going to the Roche to try and get denied. Will Roche oblige? It will not.
That was nicely done. The nuke and 2 hits at the same time, so there's no chance of denying. Anyway, Ice has this timing about smokes. First of all, he always checks the rune in time, and second of all, when he feels that somebody wants to smoke, the enemy team wants to smoke, obviously he knows Ench and Rubik, there's a 100% chance they're gonna smoke in the first 3 minutes. He goes there and tries to reveal them. It's not the first time you see it. He does it a lot of times.
So is that a bad timing to smoke right when the rune's about to spawn?
Outplayed. Ice just outplayed them.
Okay.
I mean, of course he died twice, but I mean generally the idea of going there and trying to reveal the smoke, it's a risky move itself, because you might lose time, and it's a very random move, because you have 0 chance of knowing if they're gonna smoke or not. You just think they're gonna smoke, so you just randomly go there. And he does it a lot of times. And it worked quite a bit of times too. He has certain timings. He looks at the in-game time. He feels, okay, now Eng finished this creep camp, whatever. I just go there. Rune is spawning. It's a good timing. Then you can look at mid lane as well. Okay, you look at the creep waves. If the lane is pushing, like you notice, maybe they want to go from behind the tower, or if Burning pushed the lane and they're like, okay, he's in danger now, so they might smoke now, because you don't smoke randomly into the mid lane. You look at the timing of the creep, how the creep wave stands, how the equilibrium stands, and you know, you do your math, and then you like take your chance, works or not. It worked, but he died. So there's good and bad sides.
So he's going to go woods now, and nice thing with Doom is if your lane's not too good, you have a plan B.
2 times was too much. Like he could afford to die 1 time, even though you really don't want to die, of course. But it happened. Like the first time you want to die is when they do this move and push the bottom tower, and they come from behind. There's nothing you can do. Like you need to take the aggro from the creeps, and at the same time you don't want to die. But if they do the move from, you know, go through the river, come from behind, they will kill you no matter what. Since he died twice now, there's no chance of... He would have died a 3rd time, which he really didn't want to, and there's no chance of him blocking this push. This push will happen no matter what. Ench and Luna, they're just very easy. It's very easy to push the tier 1 tower. So he just aborts the idea. And you see they send a range hero bottom, so in case they push on, he's the only one who can take aggro without dying.
And Ice will try to stop it with the tornado, but they're not having any of it. They'll get the lift off, followed up with a Lucent Beam, and he still gets caught. Oh, jeez.
The arrow missed, that was unfortunate.
This even forces a TP in for Burning, and he gets nothing.
Yeah, DK knows they can't afford to lose this tower as well. If they lose this tower, the game will snowball very hard in Fnatic's favor. And Fnatic already has very good team fight and very good late game. Luna and PA, that's 2 hardcore late game heroes.
Even Ench is pretty scary.
Ench is also very good, and if they already lead the game like that and get your 2 towers, and if you lose the second Dire tower, you will lose the advantage of Roshan. This second Dire tower is very much connected to Roshan. Lose it 5 minutes into the game, means you lose so much strategic value. There's no chance DK can afford that, so they will put Burning there no matter what.
Yeah, it does. He's still dominating this middle lane though. 35 and 5.
The TP was worth it. I mean, he denied the push. The chance was, if the arrow would have hit, they might have killed him. They would have at least make the hero very low. I think it was a good chance of killing the hero, because Clap on level 3 deals quite a bit of damage. Didn't connect, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter too much. Towers, like, as long as the tower didn't die, it's okay.
So first smoke gank coming out for DK here. They'll make their move with Lanham and MMY heading towards top, but Trixie's not there. He's off in the secret shop, gets his arcane boots, and
Watermelon
dodges a
is
bullet.
smart.
Smart watermelon.
Yeah.
And with the rune about to spawn, well, he's gonna get a haste.
A really good rune too.
Oh boy.
But he won't really. He can't force the kill, but he has a lot of freedom now. He can run around, scout the rear. He's already, like, you see him running into the woods. If you look at Tide, his Doom is safe. He's just gonna where's the Doom, and then he's like, hey, Doom is spot him. Okay, I'm gonna find someone else. There's spot him. We see him here. You know, be some annoying bitch. Just do this, and it's nothing MMY can do. Just run away.
Well, he can limp away.
This is the idea, or this is the definition of creating space.
Well, MMY is still looking for that first arrow gang. How do you guys feel about support Mirana?
I really like it.
Is it good this game, you think?
I think it can be good in any game, because she's always good.
Power of Ursa against Tide, doesn't care about Kraken shell.
Keeps on smacking, and actually Hani's coming in, but he's got to be careful about this. If he doesn't get any evasion procs, he could be in trouble.
Yeah, he could have maybe went for the line, but it was very risky either way. Like, he needed 2 more, like he needed 1 crit out of the 2 more hits. He could have landed, and if he wouldn't, he would have died, and DK would have bounced like so much back into the game. Better not take the risk.
So you were saying about support Mirana.
Bottom is always good. Her ulti is good. Arrow is good. Arrow can win you a game. We saw it in which game against
See on
DK?
bottom lane, Rubik is on the Doom. Doom just scouts him out. Nothing happens.
Yeah, there were a lot of arrows that actually changed the game path many times.
This was when FY was playing support Mirana.
It was insane, like making them a game.
Yeah, bottom support can be good, but it's a hit or miss. That's what I think. It's not reliable. Like when we played DK, bottom pretty much won in the game, because he won in the whole first 10 minutes of the game. But like this game, you see Potom, it's been 8 minutes into the game, he's on 0 impact. And Potom is one of the best heroes you can have in the draft.
Well,
So
very nice dodge there of the arrow by Fly, and will make his way out in the end. Panda's got his blink. Are we going to see DK get aggressive?
let's see how it goes. They'll try to adapt to the situations either way. There's no
What a
gush on
melon.
Trixie, so
Uh-oh. That's
a bit regrettable,
dead
but
lion.
it's fine.
I like the way they're using the PA. They're just ganking a lot early. Dagger's very powerful chasing skill, and Hani can just get in and out of fights as he sees fit. So.
Creating space for Steven.
And Mushi's making that move towards Roche. This was actually a pretty big change in 6.80. The Fury Swipes is no longer an orb effect or attack modifier. You can go Roche even a bit earlier than normal.
Yeah, that's true.
This isn't that early though, to be fair.
Well, it is, to be honest. I mean, it's before 10 minutes.
That's
and
true.
You never really dare to do solo rush on it. It's quite a ballsy move by DK, but I think it will pay off.
It doesn't look like Fnatic is ready for this.
They're not. You're hardly ever ready at 9 minutes into the game. You miss level 6 on many heroes, and there's Panda who has Blink, so they will actually win the team fight.
Even if you're ready, you can't do much.
Yeah, you can't do much, because this is this dire situation that you have easy ways to connect there.
And they even see it, but they are not coming in.
Yeah, they know it, but there's nothing to do.
Lol. Okay, that's great.
Denies the Aegis. Great play by Notel.
This girl god is the best. He's a flower.
He's a special flower.
It was quite the misplay by DK to not kill the creep. Because you always try to deny the chances. Like
There was no rush. Fnatic was not coming.
there was
to the
no
pit.
rush, and it's actually impossible to deny the Aegis if you spam back on
you
Aegis.
just stay on it.
Yeah.
Press move on Roshan and you
So,
stay inside.
Yeah,
You
it
always
was
pick it
a
up.
bit lazy play.
Meanwhile, Burning did drop his ultimate, kills off the Rubik here, and he's looking for a bit. Oh, he's gonna get an Ursa perhaps.
Oh
now
my
decides to
God.
make his retreat, but
Micro war. Yeah.
not too much. He'll just run away.
DK is feeling fine this way. They have Roshan, they have the Blink on Panda already. And, you know, Ursa's doing fine.
So what's the next? Let's say what's the next objective for these teams? And I guess we can start with DK. They just got the Aegis. But like if you're DK, what's your plan for the next?
If
5
I
minutes?
would be Mushi, for example, I would be pretty sad if I'm on DK because like you play some game, KYXY come and bam, and then you play another game and then girl goat, flower no tail come and bam.
No Aegis for Mushi.
Big
They
daddy.
revealed the smoke, but no take can run.
Oh my god! Like you said, Kuro, it's just so good against the Enchantress.
Yeah,
It's
but
destroyed him.
no tail was manly, so
A little too manly, perhaps. Then the
No,
Eclipse comes out, and
you can give him credit for being manly.
yes,
There was a little bit of overplay by Muchi. Like, he missed, I think, 2 hits. But, you know, one more hit would have killed the PA. You want to take the chance. He just went for it. Maybe you even went with the idea of dying anyway. Just kill the PA. But didn't work out.
Yeah, you need to believe that you're gonna hit but not miss. So that was low skill.
well, Burning, he'll clap mid lane, and Rubik zaps him as well. Arrow's gonna come in. That connects on No Tail, but he will go down. And now the chase is on. Are they gonna die for this one? Blinking forward, looking for MMY. Might find him.
Oh,
No, can't get
very
the kill.
nice, very nice play.
Yes, we see the strength of PA. He can just run around, and he's such an annoyance.
She gets in and out of fights so well.
Yeah, and he dealt so much damage to the Panda, actually.
Watermelon backstabbing! Oh, he gonna roll in.
I'm not sure why Trixie didn't skill Gush yet. Especially when you have mana boots, you can definitely afford to get Gush.
So you think you just get the 2 points in Kraken Shell?
I mean, the 1 point Kraken Shell gives him 10 more block, and like
Oh
you
my
get the proc
god!
earlier, but it doesn't really
Watermelon.
change anything.
oh no.
This is the
Oh no, he got the crit
no.
too. Oh, this is trouble for Lanham. There's a Doom, but damage already done. Now the Ravage is going to fly out, and Hani caught. He will go down to an arrow as well as a clap, and
Oh my god.
oh boy. A bloodbath breaks out mid.
And all this without Steven. It's so much space created.
This is the... I mean, we've seen that Ench got banned in first week quite a bit of times, but they reinitial.
Wow, it's crazy.
There's the Panda ult, and in fact, Mushi's just finding a lot of openings here. They'll use the Cyclone to set up for one. They'll come back for the Enchantress later, perhaps. No, they want her too, and No Tail trying to retreat. The Anchor Smash is nice, but it's not
Can
quite enough.
Cyclone one more time.
Nice micro by Burning.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Arrow. Oh, just off the mark on the arrow, but... Do they get the kill anyway? No.
It's not gonna happen. It's really hard to hit this kind of arrow.
Yeah, because it's not like not else. It's
It's a different
Panda,
timing. You have to
yeah.
dispel it. And
it's like 5 or 6 seconds. So
He just took a chance. And, I think like if Fnatic would have moved faster, this wouldn't have happened. Like, but DK's reinitiation skills are really good. We always see DK act so fast. They punish their opponent very fast. Like they don't give them time to recover or anything. They just go for it. And worked out again. Panda was doing
Steven is like, oh, you're feeding noobs. I'm leaving with you.
how do you feel about Tide going for mech this game? Is that a good choice over something like Blink? There's a Doom on the enemy team.
If you look at the heroes, you always if you get the situation of having a mech and your opponent hasn't, you're always in a favorable position. And Rubik won't get a mech. There's no
That's
chance.
true.
And
And Ench
Enchantress
probably won't
won't.
get it.
It's like nowadays Ench can't really go for it. So if Tide gets mech, makes himself even more tanky. He gets valuable armor. He gets mech for the team. While DK, if you look at DK, no one of them can really go mech. It's only Doom who can do that. But you see opts for the Midas, which is the more classic choice nowadays. Go Midas and farm up faster. So if they get mech, and what they can just create this death wall of running around with like any kind of Luna team. You can build a team around it. What I wanted to say is we see Ench getting picked early up or even banned because Ench creates so much freedom for your teammates that you can create a situation that you can run around with 5 heroes.
And that Hex doing quite a bit of work against Hani.
Definitely.
I really like the... it's already just what go-to hero in general for DK. Normally we see MMY on the line, but
Well, he's the
in this
bottom
case
player.
in this case it is Lanham, and well, the Hex is just such a nice thing to have against PA.
Yeah, it's one of the best, if not the best spell to have. There's they're gonna, I think Enchantress is on bottom lane. They're smoking into bottom lane. Oh, this like no, like they'll probably push the lane and wait for someone to TP in. And if they TP more with 2 heroes, they'll back off. Otherwise, they take the chance.
MMY gets caught out. They've actually stolen the Hex here. They'll use it to secure an easy kill, and then gets an arrow to boot. Nice Rubik play by Fly.
Yeah, Hex is a really good spell to steal nowadays because of the 2.5 second. It used to be 1 second only. It wasn't really worth it, but now it's worth it. And they're just playing the patience game on the bottom lane. They're expecting, I guess they're expecting 1 TP because they only see Doom, and Doom is easy to just make him go away. Okay, they just go for the push.
This is well, now that they see these heroes, they're not going. This is the other thing with Tide is you can just solo the Ancients.
He's full HP.
He literally takes no damage.
He takes no damage.
That's unfair.
It's kind of insane.
Report.
This watermelon is too strong.
Yeah.
How do you eat it?
You don't need it.
It
You
eats you.
smash heads with it.
We'll take it down.
Look
in
at
the end.
Steven Networth. It's nice.
I think Fnatic's movement is really on point this game overall. Like they didn't take the bait on bottom lane, they just Tide went to the Ancients. Just farmed the Ancients in that time. Now they do a tower trade.
Hey, he stole entrance from Luna. Haha.
Maybe Luna's the support this game. Carry Tide. I guess getting his blink is a pretty big deal at this point, because he is their primary initiation.
Tide can be one of the best heroes when he gets items. So
Yeah,
hard
if you
to
get
deal
like
with at some point.
Shiva's Refresher.
Yeah, it's like if Tide gets dagger and he jumps in, and PA jumps in with him, they can snipe 1 hero. If they both jump together at the same time, you can even minus armor 1 hero. PA has the freedom of hitting straight for 2 seconds. It's really nice. Like right now, the situation in the game is like Fnatic has. I think Fnatic has upper hand because they have the better late game situation with Luna and PA and Tide as team fight. So they can relax a little bit, they know that, but DK is still like, all DK needs to do is some pickoffs, then the next Roshan will spawn and they can turn the game around instantly. So they might spot the Doom.
Oh, is Ice 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 going to reveal yet another smoke?
Like
Oh, it's nighttime.
The nighttime
Luna
is,
sees him.
and Ice 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 doesn't know, but the Luna aura.
Look at the range on that dagger, and then the stolen arrow. What a snipe!
So unexpected.
It's very solid play by Fly this game.
Why is a flower?
And Luna is really rich.
Everyone can't be a flower.
No, not everyone.
Okay.
You see top lane, there's gonna be some split push. This is what DK does, or what really good teams do.
Oh my god, Fly is a flower.
Now, arrow on arrow action at the top lane.
Oh!
Now the Ravage on the Birdie. Are they going to get him?
Yeah.
Not too much evasion there. Need a little more RNG.
So beautiful. No, Mushi. You can't kill Steven.
So we saw DK take that first stages. Then it got denied, and since then it's just been Fnatic dictating the pace of the game, and
Yeah,
they're the ones forcing all the
they dictate
fights.
the pace, given the heroes they have. On top of that, the arrow which flies. I mean, the reason Potom is picked is pretty much the arrow.
And now Fnatic have the Mirana, basically.
And then you have the arrow yourself. Like, DK was punishing the movement of Fnatic by split pushing top, but the arrow just destroyed their plans right away. One arrow on the Panda made the kill. One important kill.
So it seems like DK right now is trying to get the Lion, his Blink Dagger. The Ursa's actually helping him farm it.
Well, generally they will just play a style of pushing lanes, and when you push the lanes, they will try to get a pick off on the other side of the lane, because it creates a lot of confusion when you show two heroes top, and then Fnatic will think, okay, they might be behind them, but maybe they're like somewhere else, and in reality the three other heroes or two other heroes are already moving into the woods trying to kill them. You never really know what happens, so Fnatic has to stick together because they know they can't afford losing too many teamfights. If they lose already one teamfight, DK might win the game, because if they get some key items, get Aghanims up, get Ursa key items, it's like pretty much when the game is tense, when it's a high level tournament game, teams can just snowball off the first teamfight very nicely.
Yeah, Lanham kind of reminds me of X-Freedom at times on his support heroes, where he'll just hide in the trees for even a minute or two and find just these unusual locations for ambushes. So now that we've seen that a lot on Sand Cane, and imagine with the Lion we may see the same thing, just trying to set up traps around the map for
They're
Fnatic.
gonna play around smokes quite a bit. Like they already use, like DK used a lot of smokes already. I think it might be cooldown for them, and Fnatic might have cooldown as well, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's cooldown. So if smoke is cooldown, you know you can't do the crazy ganks going into the woods and stuff. So just play more.
SSI's farming so beautiful.
Play more safe. Like this way is.
He's actually the lead farmer now for DK, and Panda's gonna jump in. He'll go right on the fly here. And, well, focus that Rubik down first. He's not stealing your ultimate, and he will go down. Now they look for the Luna, who's been doomed. That fresh BKB.
T-Van.
Cyclone on the Tide. They're gonna chase this one. Are they actually gonna commit to it? Bernie now wants to turn.
Steven's so manly, look.
And well, a moment of confusion as he just sort of stands there, but then blinks away.
I think he wanted to blink and clap him right away, but he wasn't sure about his mana pool.
Okay.
Because his team was ready to jump with him. They were
Big
right
Daddy
behind.
also died.
But it was a very good play by Luna to pop off the BKB right before the Doom. If he wouldn't have had BKB, he would have died.
Well, in the end, they lose their two supports, but the Luna doesn't die, the PA doesn't die, and even the Tide's still fine. So
And they also lost the tower, which was the most important thing.
that's true.
It's very hard in this patch to fight around the first Radiant top tower because of the clashy style, like Tidehunter. So the only move you can pull off is you surprise them from behind, which we just saw. Panda jump from behind, right on the Rubik, and when Panda jumps one support, he's gonna die in early game because 3 spirits, you can't do anything. They just kill you.
Pretty quick eggs here for Burning.
Yeah, he's actually farming really fast. 20-minute egg and his dagger.
That's pretty scary. Well,
He is known for farming, so.
no surprise. Have you guys, do you think his Panda play's been pretty good this game?
Yeah,
Overall? Yeah.
he's doing very good.
He's of course he's doing good. Like he's not doing any mistakes or anything.
What is his what is his main objective in the upcoming fights? Which heroes should he be trying to focus on?
It always depends how the positions are. We saw him
It's always
focus Rubik because Rubik was there and he offered himself.
He won one fight back when we were fighting middle. We got like 2 kills or something. When Burning jumped into 4 people, clap ultimate, and we got 2 kills out of that.
Yeah.
That was pretty big.
He's gonna try to cyclone the Tide if he has the chance to, but Tide will stay further back and just get this blink up and do this Ravage thing.
You know, it looks like Mushi just going for BKB after the casual Mask of Death helped them take the Roche earlier, and well, not going to complete the Vlads, just go straight into some magic immunity.
We see that DK really gambles on this Roche. Like they did him early, so you can do him the next game very early too. But Fnatic already has a lot of strength to fight back.
We doing pretty smart.
Yeah.
Like Doom is top and wave forward, so Fnatic can't go for top because else we would go for.
Like you see, they just chill around Roshan and Ice Ice Ice. Like he has to TP back now because he doesn't see them. He doesn't know if they're already on his way. Do some scouting. They really want this Roshan no matter what, because if you pick Ursa, you're actually reliant on Roshan. It's not only a bonus; it's a hero that it's a thing that you need to finish in the game constantly. Otherwise, you lose a lot of strength.
Yeah, we tend to see a lot more Ursa on Dire side, especially. Similar to Lycan, I guess.
Yeah, it's the same. Like right now, DK will just try, like either they find an opening to fight, like they're already setting up, but the true objective is getting Roshan. And they just try to push the lane. Top is pushing, and Fnatic hasn't responded to the push yet. And we see that Luna's pushing bottom lane too, so that's the answer. But it's still fine. There's the tier 2 tower, I'm not sure how much HP it has, but we see it's half HP pretty much. But it's fine, because they know Luna won't commit. It's very easy to kill Luna at that point. And you know, just push lanes, and Fnatic knows what DK is doing, so they push back the lanes.
Oh, that's not right.
And
Can't treat a fellow bear like that.
that was it's very good play by Note. Just putting a creep there. It means you're safe. Like
That's
you know,
that's really their only way to scout Roche. They don't
Yeah.
have much else.
it's very good.
Look at
Just put
Note
it there.
build.
His build.
Yeah, it's pretty smart. Because he know he gonna get focused by Ursa, so he gonna die anyway, so he just kills.
Yeah, there's
our
no
two
point.
spells.
Like no hero will actually kill Ench except Ursa or the spells that fly on him. So there's no point. He could have went for stats, but I guess Enchant is just as good.
Enchant Pro 1 with time.
Only the slow,
Yeah, only the slow.
slow and cooldown.
God, girl.
Well, we're gonna see a Moonlight Shadow from DK. They'll wrap around through the Radiant jungle.
I'm
and
not
then
sure if Fnatic. I think Fnatic had a sentry there.
they do in the river. Do they have an observer?
Yes.
Not sure if they saw it, but they're gonna keep on checking this
I
Roche
think there was
regardless.
one sentry of Fnatic, but now it's removed.
We're going in.
Because DK put a sentry.
It's gonna be huge.
Slice is in front. Will he get caught? The blink right into the pit. Immediate BKB. The Ravage comes out. They're looking for this Eclipse from the high ground.
He
The
stole the
Aegis
Aegis.
snatched by Trixie. This is a big win, but is it enough? They've already lost the Tidehunter. The PA is going to drop as well. He will come back, but no Ravage when he returns. And
Luna's dead.
this Aghanim's Brewmaster is just doing work.
And it's also the first BKBs they're using now. The Doom is BKB, Urza is BKB, and
Makes it very hard for the Tide when they're in the pit, because you can't wait. You have to go stop the Roche.
like he used Ravage and was very ineffective Ravage. He got the Aegis in the end, but at this point it's very hard to fight into Roshan. It's always been a problem is when your opponent is dire and you're forced to go Roshan, you don't want to give them a second time Roshan. I mean, they denied the Aegis twice now, which is actually the best thing. Like usually it's like they would get Roshan and Aegis, but they actually lost Aegis twice.
It was a very risky move, but like it could. Trixie could also try to ulti before we pop BKBs. It was hard, but he was invis, so it was possible. Probably because you need like to have super reactions to actually pop BKB from like blinking in tide ulti, even if you are waiting for it.
Especially when he's that close to you, 'cause
he went
right on
for
top of him.
anchor smash first, so that gave time for Ursa to pop BKB.
Yeah, there was
It
a
would
misplay.
maybe a little bit different situation because Una ulti hit only Roshan and the other hero who was inside.
The thing is, he ankle smashed because he wasn't sure what's happening. So in his head, he thought, I'm gonna blink in and click my ankle smash right away and see the situation. Then he said, oh, Roshan is so low, I'm gonna Ravage. And then Mushi already reacted correctly with the BKB. So I can't really blame him at the same time.
You can't blame because
Can't
even
blame.
maybe even after he would like instantly use ulti, maybe Mushi would pop BKB anyway.
Uh-oh, they're going to go in right now, and they'll find the Ursa who pops his BKB, tries to retreat arrow. We'll connect there on the Rubik.
Yeah, the problem is right now for Fnatic is that BKB is super effective against them. It's like even though they have two very strong physical DPS heroes, they do need quite a bit of items. But the problem is they can't latch onto anything. They just run away with BKBs. There's not a single spell they have.
Well, we've got Pavo stepping in, joining us for the cast. Do you want to join? No, he doesn't want to join. He's off camera. He's heading out. But Kuro, right now, do you give other team a significant advantage? Do you think it's pretty close, or DK
Well,
just far ahead at this point?
I think DK is I mean, DK already regained their dominance in the game, and they like keep getting stronger and stronger. Because DK's mid game is one of the best in the world, if not the best right now. Even when they struggle in early game,
You mean their team or their draft is good?
No, I mean
The
the team.
Okay.
It's always connected to the play. I mean, put any team in DK's position of the heroes, you wouldn't see the same thing.
Draft is also very strong for mid game for them. So
Yeah, it's very strong mid game draft. Like we said, there's the timings of BKB that always come up in Dota. We saw the first time they got 2 BKBs, then they went to Roshan. It's not coincident or something. This is calculated. They get 2 BKBs. They already had Aghanim's dagger on Panda, so they're set for Roshan. They go for Roshan. They push the lanes out, go for Roshan. Not afraid of Tidehunter, Luna. If we look at paper, like very, very strong Roshan fight, Tidehunter, Luna, all that stuff. Eng creeps can run in and scout, PA can jump in, but they didn't care. Have BKB, so they're tanky.
They're going in now. Panda just destroys the Rubik with the
Doom on Luna.
the crit
and
from
Panda
the
ulti itself can count as BKB. It's magic immune units.
Yeah, the Tide's actually gonna buy back, but will he actually get anything done with
We're
this?
waiting Luna to heal, I guess, and Luna have no TP, so it's it's waste of buyback.
Right now it's very hard for Fnatic. The style of DK Zero's just so strong. They have 3 heroes in front.
And they're stealing the Ancients now. That is a big loss
Yeah,
for
poor guys. Feel
It's
so
huge.
sad.
It's a really big stack too.
Yeah, was that a 5 stack? At least a 4 stack.
Anyway, what I wanted to say is that you see that the Tide is going down. It's not quite.
Pretty big crit there, and well, they'll clean up the line. Do they get more? Nice sleep away by MMY, turning on a dime, and will make his way out. So they get a dragon.
Yeah, they cleared the Ancients. They only lost lines. Could have went much worse actually.
This is pretty epic battle.
Yeah, but Steven won.
Well, Steven confirmed stronger than the dragon. So, score 12 to 16, and only Luna. Well, actually, Doom surpassing the Luna for the first time this game, I believe.
Yeah, when you get Midas on Doom, it's just a matter of time till you get the highest GPM in the game, unless you get owned very fast. It's just over time, naturally you will gain the most gold. So the scary part is at one point you will get this refresher, and it's so incredibly hard to take any good team fight. He's just gonna shut down 2 heroes. He's gonna refresh his BKB, which is very, very, very strong. The idea of refreshing BKB might be even broken. I'm not sure yet about that. But like he's gonna get Shivas, and I think he's gonna get refresher next, and he can just chill. He's gonna outfarm anyone anyway. At the same time, they're winning team fights, so DK is just in a good position. They can take it easy. By Fnatic, you see Fnatic is always moving out. They're not farming, even though they could farm and get more to late game. But they know if they start farming, DK will start picking them off. They have Lion, they have Dagger on Lion, they have Panda who's constantly surprising them with the jumps. Like Burning has done a really, really good job so far. He's initiated all the fights for them. He's probably the MVP for now. Like he made everything possible. He made the top tower kill, and then he jumped on the Roshan pit the right way. I've gotta give it to Burning this game.
Yeah, really showcasing his versatility. It used to be Burning played the previous versions had a more limited set of heroes that he'd normally be on, but this DK he does everything. So
It's not true. The thing is, what you see is not the truth. Even though when you see him only play one hero 10 games, doesn't mean he's limited. It means that's the hero he plays because the team thinks that's the hero he should play, or that's the strategy. But it doesn't say anything about the player.
It's a pleasure to get to see the variety.
Definitely.
And they'll go into Excalibur.
This is
Like you said, as soon as they start to farm,
as soon as they start to farm, DK is very smart. They just take the chance. Fnatic also very good with the
problem
counter.
is his BKB.
Problem is that BKB is such a hard counter to Fnatic's lineup. It's just you can't stop anything, nothing to ledge on, nothing to stun. He can do this every time now. And Doom has so much armor, he will always get out. At the same time, Fnatic, the only real stun they have is Ravage or the Rubik pool, and unless they use both, it's never gonna be enough to kill the Doom. So you can always just BKB, Scorch Earth, run a bit, activate Shivas, TP out. This is such a tough situation. Like right now, he has no BKB, so I think this is one.
Finally get the Doom.
This is one very good move by.
Until Burning comes in, he's here to bail out Ice Ice Ice, and will pop the ultimate, goes right to work on Trixie. He'll be brought down by the Doom. Now No Tail next on the list. That's 4 dead, and they're going to find more here. Cycloning up the PA will blink away, but Mushi is waiting. Right into his arms goes Hani. And he'll go down to a boulder toss here. That's a team wipe, and
Yeah,
DK are just way too strong in the fights right
see
now.
how tanky Doom is. I mean, it was a very good move by Ice Ice Ice. I think he just went there and he didn't care, even if they come. DK is fast with the TP reactions. They couldn't kill him. He was just there, and there's a lot of armor. He had the Shivas.
It seems like Fnatic just... They're like, you know what, we have to force it now.
Exactly. They did the right thing. The idea was like, if we don't do something now, the game is like dragging out and it's just looking bad. They just knew it, and it was the best chance too. BKB was cooled down. It was the only chance to get this Doom killed, but they couldn't. They paid quite a bit for that.
What do you guys think the kind of the turning point of this game was? They sniped the Aegis, right? The first time they denied it to DK. Great play by No Tail. They managed to steal the second Aegis, but it did cost them a lot. Was there, aside from the Roshan engagements, is there something that turned this?
Well, I think the most strategic turning point was getting the Panda pick itself, and at some point he got Dagger, and the moment he got Dagger, he could just initiate for them. Because Fnatic didn't have the initiation strength DK had, not in the same potential. Because Panda jumps in, he does this ulti, and the real turning point was the Roshan fight when the first BKBs were up. So
The second fight.
yeah, the second Roshan.
I agree.
There was like best timing, because it's a lot of times it's timing related and how you calculate the game.
Do you guys think they should have let that Roche go?
Yeah, I think it's probably would be the best. Like they risk it a bit. It was a risky move to.
The thing is, either way, they pay so
contest.
much. If you like, we as Navi wouldn't have contested probably, because a lot of times we feared to go there and die.
To go into the pit,
because
yeah.
that kind of game would have happened. You just lose. If you lose a fight on Roshan and they get Roshan, it's pretty much GG most of the time. It's so hard to come back from that.
Yeah,
It's a tough choice. You give them the Aegis and they can just
Yeah, and
take
the
over.
other
And
choice is you give them the Aegis, and what do you want to do? If they got the
Like,
second Roshan.
Fnatic late game is pretty strong. Not saying that DK late game is not like it's weaker or something. Just I think that Fnatic have much more chances late game and mid game for sure against those heroes.
Yeah, Fnatic should have probably taken it a bit easier, but Fnatic is a team that actually really enjoys taking fights.
Yeah, they're very animated bunch.
Yeah, so I mean, they play the heroes in a way you wouldn't normally see. We saw PA running around and just ganking left and right. It's like usually like let's say C9 who also play PA, they just take it much more easy. They just get his Battle Fury and farm up more and more. He wouldn't do the same playstyle Honey pulled off.
A lot of it's just the team style, basically.
Yeah, it's always. I mean, the beauty of competitive Dota is that every team plays different, every team drafts different, but it's the same game. It's like even if you see the same heroes on different teams, they're gonna be played out differently, and they might both work just the same way. It's just different paths you go. You see, Lion is quite rich. He has Yules.
Wow.
DK is in a very good position right now. I must say that Excalibur is still doing a really good job at keeping up with the farm.
It's so dangerous from the inner lane. Goes into a lane, Lion can be there, Doom
Yeah.
can show up.
But he
Panda.
still has quite a net worth.
I think he would be even like much more if he would first stack of engines Tide took and second stack of engines DK took.
Yeah, but the problem is that they can't gamble on one single Luna. There is Doom after all. He's just gonna shut them down right away. If you Doom the Luna and then Ursa is on him as well, he's just gonna. You can't gamble on one single carry. There's so many options for DK. This is the genius of the lineup. Even if they know that they would push everything onto Luna, let's say Luna would have even had like 10k more net worth. Let's say 10k. It doesn't matter that much because they
Just
would
gets
get Doom, Refresher Doom, then Ursa can get Abyssal Bait at some point. They could even jump with the Hex first and just shut them down. There's nothing they can do. They activate BKBs.
If you think about it, actually, you can see that EG mostly having like one carry hero.
Yeah, for RTZ normally.
Yeah, or the hero who taking the most harm.
Yeah, that's EG's taking one carry and it worked really nicely lately because they played with the like very snowballish. They had one carry hero and the other guys were just dominating the map.
They'd go
making
for like a
all that
Slark, a
space.
Marana,
Yeah, and then
Weaver.
and they never opened up for the opponent to counter that single farm very strong hero. What we already see in this tournament doesn't work anymore because teams have like the patch changed and the playstyle changed.
Like a game against us where was SF the only carry.
They gambled on one SF. And you see, there's good initiation by Trixie.
They're just too tanky. This Doom's just diving Trixie to the well.
Yeah.
All the tier 4s.
DK's quite confusing.
Well, they're getting the kills anyway.
Yeah,
The attention goes down.
Get out of the way.
Yeah,
They're bruisers.
it's very hard to stop this. It's too tanky, too much items. It's a good Luna
Burning.
ulti, very good Luna ulti actually.
Actually, we'll go down here now that we're trying to work on Lanham with the
Crazy.
Burning's gonna come back and now the Panda split. They haven't even used it yet in the fight. They already forced out the buyback, got 2 kills, and looks like they'll get some more here. Excalibur's gonna go down.
Yeah,
They
I think
just
it was
can't fight
buyback.
against this Panda.
I think they just killed Luna twice.
And GG.
GG.
Well played by DK. It is a best of 3, but it was a pretty convincing game number 1.
Mushi is a flower.
Yeah, gotta give it to DK. The way they pull off the strategies sometimes amaze me. And I think Fnatic's idea was really good too, but the idea is a lot of games are connected to the sides of Radiant and Dire, and DK is one of the teams that pick accordingly to the sides. I think they do it better than most of the teams. So if they're Dire, they know they can pull off a Clinks. We've seen it a lot of times. They like the Lycan on Dire. and they get Urza, and it's like Fnatic is forced to take the Roshan fights, and all they do is we chill, we're gonna get our BKBs, fight them back, even though you have the most clashy style of Tidehunter, Luna, Rubik, it's like impetus of Enge, it looks so strong on paper.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, they just take it easy.
Yeah, I believe in this tournament, Dire has like a 75% win rate, or it did at the end of day one.
Yeah,
It's been more even before that. But
yeah, the problem is that Dire has always been a problem in whole Dota, but right now the skill is getting so high of the teams, like the scene is growing.
if there's even a slight disparity, they know how to take advantage of it.
Exactly, and we see like last year's world champions were very decided on the side Dire. They were the best team to abuse Dire, and it's like we already see what Dire is doing in this meta. It's gonna be very interesting.
So, Dandy, going into game 2, what does Fnatic need to do differently?
We need to win.
There you go. They need to win.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you have anything to add?
I think it's true words. They need to win.
Well, words of wisdom from two fantastic players. Guys,
We just need to believe and pick Meep or Tinker also. This also can work.
Tinker was banned in the first phase.
Yeah, and we're afraid to pick Meepo, and I think it could actually work for them one more time, whatever, because the hero is too overbuffed and overpowered actually. I can see it from pump games a lot, like that you can win with this hero so easily. He got 35 magic resistance, he have like 350 move speed level 1, he have ultimate that reduce his respawn time, and it respawn time reducing like huge. You can buy back and you respawn the same time, like normal heroes would just die and respawn. So you
And
can actually
he gets leveled so quickly that he needs
yeah, and he also can farm very fast. He get like everything very fast. And the point is you have much more like mistake space. Like you can do more mistakes than you can do with other lineups with Meepo.
because he respawns faster and he farms so quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like kind of like these off-lane heroes like Prophet and Doom, where you get shut down in lane, but
And
you
I'm
have a plan B. You can
I'm
go to
sure-
the
I agree with Dandy that I mean we saw Fnatic play their own style, but I think they need to go one more step ahead and play even more their own style. Go for Meepo, go for AA, whatever they like. Do their combinations, because that kind of lineup is very easy to handle for DK. It's a very old lineup, very old idea of getting tight, clashy heroes, late game, very balanced lineup. Good
It's
early
not really
game.
a Fnatic lineup, honestly.
I think it is, and it usually works. It's very balanced. I mean, they have powerful early game, they have powerful late game, and they have powerful mid game too. On paper, it looked really strong, but it's like Dota isn't black and white. There's much in between mid and early game.
Need a little more flair and
Yeah, there's so
pizzazz.
Fnatic has to like the strength of Fnatic is always a surprise. They're the best team to surprise anyone.
Well, guys, with that being said, game 1 is a wrap. DK leading the best of 3, 1-0. Of course, I was joined here by Navi Kuroki and Dendy Boss. Guys, thanks for joining me. We'll be back soon. We'll be back soon. We'll be back soon for game number 2. Stay tuned.